5 p.m. was the deadline for these residents to get out of this port city, Ashkelon, which is home to about 150,000 residents. Now, just before 5 p.m, rockets started raining down on the city, hundreds and hundreds of them sent over from the Gaza Strip into Ashkelon. We do know that there were a number of direct hits. There have been casualties. The ambulance service is currently treating people. We do understand some have been severely wounded, but you know, given that this was only 20 or so minutes ago, the damage and the injuries are yet to be assessed. Now, you know, this is really part of a wider scale rocket campaign brought on by Hamas militants. Even rockets reaching here as far as Tel Aviv in the last hour or so. We've had to run to shelter at least twice. There have been big trails from these interceptions of the Iron Dome just to my right. And I just want to let you know, Jamie, that if indeed more rockets do come in, we will have about 1.5 minutes to get to shelter. So what I'll do is I'll speak to you for about a minute. The shelter's about 20 seconds away. I'll then leave my microphone here, and you might have a pretty good live shot view of an actual live interception just behind me. So look, that is the situation in the centre. Right to my right now, we are seeing more military helicopters heading south. They've been patrolling up and down the coast throughout the day. And Jamie, this is due to the fact that there have been a number of border infiltrations in the north. Overnight, a senior IDF commander was killed. There have been a number, as I said, of infiltrations. Palestinian Islamic Jihad is claiming those. So it really does seem on the northern border, things there are also heating up.
More Israeli troops and tanks, we're told, gathering at the Gaza border. It's a terrible question to ask and answer. I mean, what do we expect to happen next?
Yeah, well, look, military analysts, Jamie, are predicting that a ground invasion, a ground operation into Gaza may be happening in the next 24 to 48 hours. IDF officials have just come out to say that they have hit what they're calling a terror nest located deep inside Gaza City. They're also saying that they have taken out 2 members of Hamas's political office. They were apparently hit with airstrikes in Khan Yunis. Now, with regards to this massive military build-up there on the Gaza border, Israel has seen the biggest reserve call-up in its history. More than 300,000 soldiers have been drafted ahead of what could be a very long conflict. Also on this situation, Jamie, what is making any potential ground operation extremely difficult is the fact that there are potentially 150 or more Israeli civilians being held in the Gaza Strip. They were kidnapped by Hamas operatives over the weekend. They include elderly people, little babies, and women with children. So this is, look, an extremely devastating situation for families here on the ground. A number of international families have actually flown into Israel. They are demanding answers from both the Israeli government and the Biden administration, which says it will advise Israel going forward on this hostage situation. Hamas saying in the last few hours that there will be no negotiations until this war is over. So look, it is a really worrying time for these families who have absolutely no idea where their loved ones are, Jamie. And just finally, a number of emergency centres have been set up right across the country for these anguished families to go to take personal effects such as toothbrushes and hairbrushes to get DNA samples to potentially get some closure.
Sarah, thank you for that. Our correspondent Sarah Coates in Tel Aviv.